I'm back today on Daughters of Africa Corner with Stella Okereke. And my guest today is Honorable George Onekhena, a multidisciplinary professional with experience in regulation, corporate governance, financial reporting, and strategic management. For those of you who are familiar with all those phrases, they have to do with money, with banking. And Honorable Onekhena is here to really let us know what's going on in the money sector, because majority of us, including me, are not aware. He has a bachelor's and master's degree in business administration from the universities of Benin and Lagos, Nigeria, respectively, a higher diploma in Institute of Data Processing Management, United Kingdom, and is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Nigeria. From that introduction, you all agree that Dr. Onekhena is going to talk to us about money. Currently, he is the Chief Executive, Crown Heights Consulting Services, Lexington, United States, in Kentucky. Until February of this year, he was the Deputy Commissioner for Finance and Administration, National Insurance Commission, Nigeria. He was also a staff of the Lion of Africa Insurance Company Limited, Nigeria, and a non-executive director for Federal Reporting Council of Nigeria. Honorable Onekhena, you are welcome to this program.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Honestly, I have to be very frank with you that when it comes to the money world, I have very limited information except to go to the bank, put my money, go back to the bank, withdraw my money. Maybe you'll be able to tell us a little bit about what you do with all the background I have narrated to the public. Over to you.
Well, currently I'm working as a consultant. Like I said, I'm a chartered accountant, and I've had experience in managing the finances of insurance companies. I have experience. I trained as an auditor, and I've also done some auditing. I've also had the opportunity of working as a consultant and also as an insurance regulator in Nigeria. Currently, I do consulting on regulation, financial reporting, and also on financial fitness, which is what I think I should share with your audience today, the issue of sustainable financial fitness, how people can ensure that they have money to meet their needs at all stages in life.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah, life is a continuous whole. We are born, we go to school, we graduate, we pick work, we marry, and we start a family. And once we are starting the family, financial issues begin. And how we manage that now depends. And one of the first things I need to tell people is that, when it comes to financial issues and family, we are looking at the whole life of that family from the beginning up to when now in Nigeria, children graduate, they find jobs, and they are working, then they are done. But as a parent, right from when you have the child up till when the child will have a job and working in Nigeria, you just have a string of expenses to incur. To send the child to school, to take care of the children's health, to take care of the children's other needs, right from when they are born up till the time that they are going to graduate, have their jobs, and start their own lives. Now, what the truth of the matter is that your expenses are guaranteed. You keep on spending money for about 20 to 25 years, sometimes 30, because of unemployment situation in the country, people have to support their children up to their 30 and thereafter. In case, some people have to rent accommodation for their children. So you have expenses throughout the life of that child. You have expenses throughout your family life. Now, what of the income? The money you are going to spend to meet those is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. So that's the challenge. So now what this requires is that you begin to think of your family finances from a long-term perspective. Know that you have money to spend, you have responsibility over the life of the family. And you have to think of how do you stretch your money, arrange your finances to ensure you continue to meet them. Now, the first thing I want to say is that we have to now begin to do what we call planning. That's the first point. You sit down as a couple, or as a family, as you look, how do you plan? Now, it is another thing I need to tell you, it is better, and this is very fundamental, it is better you have what you don't need than to need what you don't have. When having what you don't need doesn't make you a dog in the manger. It is better for you to find yourself sometime in the future, you have surplus money, than to find yourself sometime in the future that you don't have enough money. So what does that mean? You have to be conservative. You have to be frugal. Save your money, spend less, and begin to save and save aggressively so that at any point you need money, the money is available. Now, I talk about planning. So when you look at your income, you have to say you have your income. Now say what is you meet your basic needs. All your basic needs, fundamental, you meet them, they now begin to save towards the future. Start building your fund reserve. Now, once you have that extra money, after a point, you now begin to invest. You must have emergency money. When you have already saved emergency money is the money that you need when they say, oh, there's health problem, you need to pay. Or when there's an emergency, you need to pay. When you have money to spend. Once you have that emergency money, maybe like you determine what it is, maybe like your 6 months, you can fix the figure. After that figure, you now start investing and putting money on an investment that will any higher income. But this savings is lower income, and the money you need, you can get when you want it. Once you begin to put money aside as investment, you begin to go for higher income, then you begin to take investment risk. So that's the way the thing is. So you begin to save, and you must be conservative. Today that you know, be conservative. One of the challenges we have in Nigeria, all of us want to enjoy life. We are comfortable. You are not comfortable until you have finished training your children. You are not comfortable until your children start living their lives. So what you want to do when your children are younger, spend less. I see some people in Nigeria, when you see their children, they dress their children like models. You go to all these events, you see models. These people, they have very expensive birthdays. So money that you will have saved to take care of the children in the future, you're just wasting it. And the children is growing. You see a child will dress, you see a child dressed with very expensive suit. How much is the father's income? They want the child to look good. But this same child that later, in another 3 years, you want to go to school, you say, oh, you cannot afford grade A school, you have to go to grade D school. Why? Because you have spent the money that you would have saved to put them in better school.
Well, in our society, most times we want to live like the Joneses. You want to be measured by what your neighbor is wearing or what your neighbor is doing, the car your neighbor is driving. That is the type of sickness some of us have as far as Nigeria is concerned.
Those days, early money, we used to budget money for entertainment. Now, if you come to my house, I will gist with you. Not be forcing you to take beer. No, you shouldn't spend money. You don't need to spend. Why are we doing that? We are just killing ourselves. You go, oh, welcome. How is this? How is everything? I say, look, I don't have anything. Those days we used to use album now to entertain people. We thought they show people album. Later, we started giving people entertainment. So this is, if you cannot afford it, save money for your children, save money for your future, save money for your retirement, and invest in your personal education. Build your skills. I mean, all we are doing today, all I was able to do in my career is I was investing in my education. I was studying. I was getting qualifications. I was building my competencies. And I can tell you that all the levels I got to in society, I did not need anybody other than the grace of God to get there. And it was very, very competitive. They would just call me and they say, oh, they need me. I'll send my paper and I'll get it. And that's what it is. Then you have to support people too. The other thing I need to say, doesn't mean that I'm saying this to you, you're not going to look after family. Some of us are beneficiary of extended family system. You must make your proportionate share to that extended family system. When you go and you benefit and you want to run away, then you are going to be committing an offense. You get it? So of course, just say, oh, you benefit from that extended. It's part of Nigeria or Africa.
That's
You benefited from it. So you must make your proportionate contribution to the family. So that, but you set your limits, because if you don't set your limits, somebody tells me that takers have no limits. If givers do not set limits, givers become takers. Beggars have no limits. If givers do not set limits, givers can become beggars. So you have to set your boundaries for everybody.
You see, in Nigeria specifically, students have graduated like 5, 10, 12 years ago, and they don't have a job because of the situation in that country. What do you advise the people in that category that have no jobs, that have no way of sustaining themselves? How do they get money to live?
Well, if I may characterize the situation that we are in Nigeria now, we have gotten to the limit of growth, or we are near the limit of growth. We are in a stage where, without transformation, we are going to continue to have crisis. Just like if you have a family of 5 that needs 10,000 naira to live in a month, and the income they have is 5,000 naira.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have to go hungry. So we have a crisis situation in Nigeria.
I think
so
we
people
do.
have to live.
I agree.
You have to live from day to day. You have education, yes. You look for something to do, and whatever you find to do, you do. And people should not discriminate. If you need to go and you have your qualification, you can't. People are driving Okada. All those, anything you need to do to earn income, as long as it's legal, you have to do it. Right?
But the Okada, for you to drive the Okada, you have to buy it first.
Of course. So whatever you have to do, that is the situation. Otherwise, you just have crisis. You live from day to day. I mean, like they will say in local parlance that water has passed Gary, you cannot get a bar. That's the situation we find ourselves. We have our population. Our population is too high. It's too high. Like I've said, you have a family of 5, and you need 10,000 to survive. You only have 5,000. That's the situation. The only other option you have is to emigrate out of the system. That's why I see people are going abroad. One of the solutions, because you have geographical regions. One place is overpopulated. The other place is underpopulated. They have opportunity. People have to move from where there's underpopulation to where they have overpopulation, underpopulation. That's the situation. That's why when people are immigrating, it's a solution.
But you need money. You need money to migrate, though.
What people who have money. This is why if you are in that situation now, you have a crisis, and it's just God that's going to help us. I mean, there's no solution. When you say water is more than Gary, you cannot have a bar. That's the truth. So,
but do you believe that this situation in Nigeria right now, with joblessness among our youths, is the reason why there is increase in kidnapping and demanding ransom from youths also?
Of course, now it's crisis now, because some people say man must work. Man must work. You see, when money becomes like oxygen for a man, then the man will do anything to survive. It's just like when they say cannibalism. When they say they have a war, people that ordinarily will not eat human, they will eat human flesh because they have to eat. So money becomes like oxygen. Is take it or you die. We have to take it. I don't support it, but That's what you get when you get crisis. And that's why those people who have the option, those who have the option of planning and organizing their lives, should plan and organize their lives and take decisions before things get too bad. This issue of immigration, it has been taking place for more than 25 years old. I am here. I wanted to emigrate in 1993. After that, Abiola, when there was that crisis, Abacha regime, I wanted to emigrate because when I looked at the country, I said, look, the way things are going in this country now, I wanted to emigrate, but there was change. When Abacha died, we now look at the things became lighter, and I decided to stay back. So that's the situation. We need to be very, very pragmatic. When you have the option, you exercise them. Because when you do not have options, then you have to live with crisis. I pray that God is going to intervene in Nigeria, that all the problems we're having now will be stopped. But there are people that a man wakes up, he has no job, he's sitting down there. There's so many people. But if we are leaders, so if you have, where you are support those who do not have. You know, when you do that, that's why you find peace. That's why you have a society like America now. They take care of the people that do not have. You know, so
yes, they do. Indeed,
so
they do.
the chances that you will get into a crisis is less. Now, I think they have some benchmark they use to determine poverty level. If your income is below that level, then you get support. You see, the social security system helps to maintain peace.
Absolutely.
When there is no hunger, when a man is able to take care of his basic needs, he will not have anything to go and commit crime. Otherwise, you know, all the guys you see, I remember I was telling one of my mentees this morning. I said, I was in Lagos one time. The people that robbed me and my wife in that Apapa Oshodi way, he said, look, just bring your bags and we're not going to hurt you. We don't have to do this, but we have to do that. I mean, they were so civil.
So nice. Yeah.
That my wife was telling them, okay, that she wants to take her ID card from the back. You know, that was kind of situation. So these are people who know what they are not supposed to do, but they're forced to do it.
What exactly is your last word to people watching you when it comes to saving money, not living a lifestyle of, the Joneses, making sure that your next 5 years, there's a change in what you're doing with your money?
Now, the first thing, you're going to do a review. You're going to do a review, do an assessment of your situation,
Okay.
and how much you spend, how much you earn. Indeed, if I may add, I'm talking to somebody in Nigeria now. We are going to do something on planning. You know, so maybe we have to arrange that. We have to arrange that for planning and also financial fitness. So they're not going to have to pay. It's going to be free. You know, we'll take you through the process, and that will help. Because we have to support people who have need, but we always make sure that only people who are interested in work in it should come. So I don't go and waste the time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Onekhena, for this topic and shedding a little light on how people can save themselves from being drowned inside debt and buying things they don't need, buying things they cannot afford. And at the same time, when it's time you do this, you're planning, get me involved so I can let it out there to the public so they will be able to help themselves, because a lot of people need this planning. They do need the planning. I appreciate your stopping by, and I thank you for your time, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.